Are you looking to work with high-end clients, but you're not quite sure how to get to them? Well, the path is a lot straighter than you think. Well, it's time. We have a question from a designer. I'm jumping in. I'm just starting in business. Can I service a certain type of client while I'm starting out and learning, and then graduate to servicing high-end clients? Oh, I love this question. Let's dive in. Oh, and I love that first sip of wine. So, well, I love your intention of, starting small and then building as you go. I also think that there's another way and maybe a better way. You tell me what you think. Um, I love to tell this story about how, Gucci didn't come out as Walmart and get super good at being Walmart. And then some fairy godmother creature came in and went, boink, you've officially accomplished the Walmart level. You are now ready to move on to the Bloomingdale's level. And then they strived and they tried and they succeeded. And then some mythical figure came in and said, ta-da, you have graduated. You are now Gucci, right? That's not how it works. Gucci came out as Gucci, come out swinging. Now, I don't actually know the full Gucci story, so correct me if I'm wrong, but that is a strong brand that came in on luxury and handmade and high end, and they did not slowly but surely start out with as cheap, high quality, high quantity, low price goods until they got better, right? They came out swinging as Gucci. So I want you to think about where you want to be in the long run in your market. Do you want to service tons and tons and tons of low-end clients? That's the Walmart model, right? You have to have massive amounts of quantity to make that model profitable. Do you want to come in mid-market because you believe design is for everyone and you want to do a lot of projects for not a lot of money? Or do you want to come in at the luxury high-end client's end? It sounds like you're looking eventually to graduate to servicing high-end clients. So my if I had to do it from the beginning, if I had to do my career over again, I would come in at high-end clients and I would come in swinging. What does that mean? I would build a brand that is speaking to high-end clients. I would be not doing DIY stuff and Walmart shopping lists with links to try to make 3 cents on a purchase. I would be talking about an elevated lifestyle. I would be speaking to an elevated client. I would be doing my research. I would be reading books about high-end clients, what they're thinking, what they're doing, where are they vacationing, where are they shopping. I would be reading the magazines of, the high-end, whatever the high-end magazines are. I would be on vacation. I would make sure that I was walking over to the five-star resorts and walking through them and taking in, what are they wearing? What are they doing with their time? How are they spending their time? Even if I couldn't afford to stay there yet, right? I'd be driving to the fanciest part of my neighborhood and walking my dog in the bougie, high-end neighborhood to just take it all in, right? Put yourself in those high-end clients' shoes and study them, and then build your brand around servicing them.
I am the owner and founder of KMM Consulting. We are a fractional CFO company. CFO stands for Chief Financial Officer. So yes, I specialize in helping small interior design companies with their accounting and finance. If this is an area you struggle in, please contact me at kmsf.com and click on New Client Consult, and we'll have a discussion and see what we can do to improve your profitability.
I started out my career working retail, and then I worked in the trade showrooms, and I worked in a crazy high-end showroom. It's no longer there. Christopher Norman, if any of the old school designers out there remember it, from the D&D in New York. And in this showroom, as a 20-something, I learned handmade goods, the highest end furnishings, painted furniture, fabrics, rugs, wallpaper, cuckoo crazy, creme de la creme, high end stuff. I was so lucky to learn about that quality level, learn about how those things are made, the companies, the branding, and then the clientele coming in was the Charlotte Moss and Mario Buata and I don't know, Bunny Williams and all of the absolute New York elite. So I had this incredible education into high end from the to the trade side and from the designer side. Go find that. Work somewhere, apprentice, spend time in those high end showrooms. You don't have to work there to go spend some time there, right? Every day at my lunch, I would go across the street, pick up a smoothie, and I would walk the D&D building. I would just go in and out of the high-end, beautiful showrooms, and I would just drink it in. And that's a big part of my education. And that's how I wanted to spend my lunch hour, right? Walking around that gorgeous showroom and just touching and feeling these luxury goods. So you can find your way to high end right now from a branding standpoint and from an education standpoint. And yes, you may start with taking on one room projects. I remember one of my first high end jobs in a big, beautiful mansion was doing their laundry room. And while I was a little bit like, okay, the laundry room, cool. I mean, you got this 7,000 square foot mansion, but yes, we'll start with the laundry room. Well, it turns out it was a tryout, right? Then ended up doing the rest of that gorgeous mansion, a couple projects after a couple projects. We worked our way through the entire thing. And then they moved across the street to an even bougier mansion, and we did that whole thing too. So you may have to start with smaller scale projects, but I would set your goal on those high-end clients now. Go out there and proactively get that education and come out swinging as Gucci. Let's drink, shall we? This is Design Sips after all. Do you find yourself creating exceptional design work, yet still struggle to run the back end of your business? If so, check out my signature program, the Interior Design Standard, to unlock all the tools needed to transform your design firm. Everything you need to run a profitable business all in one place, from contracts and pricing calculators to templates and scripts. Take the leap and join designers across the world raising the bar for our entire industry by enrolling in the Interior Design Standard. Okay, if you want to start out as Gucci, do you need a portfolio? Well, yes, you need to show people pictures of what it is that you do, your aesthetic, where you're headed, all the things. But that doesn't mean that you have to have a completed project under your belt to do a portfolio. You can start out with a portfolio that is mood boards, inspiration images, fashion images of, pictures of yourself in beautiful clothing. You can do a vignette in a showroom. You can ask if you can go into some of the beautiful high-end showrooms and bring in some goods and do a little vignette. You can do fabric flat lays. And of course, you can do renderings and you can dream up what this gorgeous high-end project would look like. Just make sure that you identify them as renderings, right? No renderings out there pretending to be real life when they're not. Just be transparent about it and let people know, I don't have completed projects photography yet, but I am building out a palette. I am building out an aesthetic. I am showing you who I am as a designer through this work. So kind of think about doing, again, beautiful boards, your own work. But make sure it's your work and it's showing your story. But you can come out with a lot of visual imagery that shows who you are aesthetically and what level you're going to be working at before you have completed projects photographed. Be creative. It's what you're good at. So another fun aspect of coming out swinging as Gucci instead of starting at Walmart and building your way is be the designer that you intend to be when you reach that Gucci level. Okay? Does that make sense? So again, get to know those showrooms that you want to shop in one day. Wear the clothing that you will wear when you have made it and you are working with high-end clients. Take care of your vehicle and your bag and your presentation material and all of the tricks and the tools and the things that you bring to a potential client meeting should be where you're headed, maybe not where you are. It's funny, I can't remember which designer it is. I have a guess, but I don't want to say because it could be inaccurate. But I know there is a designer out there who is killing it now who used to rent a car to go to potential client meetings because the car that he owned, he did not feel represented where he was going. So he would go to Enterprise and rent a nice Beamer, Lexus, whatever he was headed to, right? The car that he should have been driving, rent that car and go to potential client meetings. Like, you don't have to take it so far, but put yourself in a situation where you are reflecting where you are going, maybe not where you are today. And that's not to say fake it, but it's to say take care of yourself. Take your appearance and how you speak and the tools that you use, take them all into account, take them all into consideration. I talk to designers all the time that tell me I'm looking to elevate to the next level. I'm looking to elevate to the next level. And they're, the hair's in a messy bun. There's no makeup on. They're wearing a sweatshirt. Okay, show me you want to go to the next level. Show up at that next level, right? It's the first step. Same thing. If you're meeting with clients on a Zoom, again, I Zoom with fabulous, amazing designers all the time. Holy crap. Take your background into consideration, right? I know you can create a gorgeous environment. All it takes is hanging a piece of art, getting some good lighting coming at your face. It's not that hard, designers. And I know you have beautiful environments, and I know you can create a vignette. Do that for yourself, right? You are representing your brand every day, all day. So when you are out there representing, be mindful about it. Put your best foot forward, always. Why not? So speaking of working in the luxury market, if you are trying to break into the luxury design market, let's chat. I've got another episode for you. Check it out.